And here is Transformers Kingdom Commander Class Rodimus Prime out of packaging. And boy, this figure looks great. I prejudged this figure way too soon. Aesthetically, and everything about the figure in robot mode, and we'll see later in alt mode, looks absolutely amazing. He looks so close to how he looked like on the movie, in the cartoon. And you know, the engineering, details, aesthetic, this figure is bordering on a masterpiece figure. So he comes with a bunch of accessories. They've given him this huge trailer that's chock full of accessories. He's got his main cannon with two teal colored translucent plastic for blast effects. He also comes with a huge blast effect that's the same molded plastic that we've gotten from Omega Supreme, just done in this really nice cobalt blue, cerulean blue translucent plastic. You can plug it on his gun and he can go shoot some Decepticons. You could shoot it with like a smaller flame, like. And incidentally, his gun is so reminiscent of the toy, the Rodimus Prime toy accessory. And look at that. All he's really missing is his target master, but that's easily fixed. So you can fold it up like this and you can plug it in anywhere. You can even store it on his back or on his side. It doesn't really matter. They've also given him two amazing Cybertronian swords. Like he's some ninja. I had no idea that Rodimus Prime could actually wield swords like and they do come with pegs, so you can actually peg them here on his back and right there. That's pretty cool. Okay, more accessories. He comes with these. I don't know what they are. They are like flame effects that are for the exhaust ports in alt mode and in robot mode. And like, it looks like he's polluting the environment with toxic substances, carcinogenic substances, or I don't know, it feels like he badly needs a tune-up because his carburetor or whatever it is in his engine is just spewing out this black substance polluting the environment. I have no idea why they molded this in this glossy plastic. They had a ton of clear plastic. They could have molded it blue, this kind of teal. They could have molded it clear, yellow, orange, something to denote Cybertronian or Energon type of energy. But no, it had to be earth polluting colors. Well done, Hasbro. And well done for filling up this whole set with a ton of accessories so you can actually justify the Commander class price point. That is an amazing tactic and scheme by Hasbro. He also comes with the Matrix of Leadership with this incredibly looking, like powerful looking blast effect. You can mount that on like that and lights our darkest hour. And it's the same matrix we get from Galvatron and Optimus Prime. And I honestly don't know how you can make him hold it. He'd probably hold it up like he's having a cup of tea. And yeah, that's the only way I know he can probably hold this. Yeah, with his index fingers and thumb. That is the best way I know he can hold it. Like he's having a cup of tea. Light our darkest hour with Earl Grey. Incidentally, you can also plug the Matrix of Leadership on his chest because obviously Prime will need to keep the Matrix of Leadership in his chest cavity. You can plug it in, but once you plug it in, it is incredibly difficult to remove. You'll need a tool to pry that thing open, so I'm not gonna do it. Totally sucks out all the fun of putting the Matrix of Leadership on his chest. So yeah, we'll talk about the trailer later. Let's just talk about this amazing figure, done in beautifully. What an amazing sculpt, amazing aesthetics. That head sculpt, wow, look at that. that is Rodimus Prime. Look at that serious emotion. Ultra Magnus, I have failed the Autobots. Anyway, he's got this nice big spoiler on the back. He's got his exhaust pipes right here. There are some mismatched red plastic bits, like this one. This is the cheap plastic. This is the expensive premium plastic. You get more cheap plastic for the joints and more premium plastic for the shoulders, the head, the hips. Pretty good. In fact, most of the plastic on this figure is actually pretty good. It feels pretty premium like this. The back parts look cheap, premium, cheap. The thighs are probably the most premium looking one, and the chest, they feel like they're made of die cast. There's a great glossy finish paint application put on that, on these pieces and on here. So very nice, nice Autobot logo. Bit of a backpack, but that is fine. Let's talk about articulation for the figure. The neck is on a ball joint. That is on a hinge. It's got a waist swivel. Arms can go in and out, forward and backward. Elbows are double jointed. Not necessary for transformation, but I'm glad they did that. He's got a wrist swivel, pretty cool, and a wrist hinge. This was not part of transformation, and they put it in. Very nice, so you can do the salute. Optimus Prime, you're back. And his fingers are actually articulated, as I've shown earlier with the Matrix. The last three fingers, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky, they move together, whereas the index has a separate joint of articulation. So you can do the pointy pose like Autobots, roll out. So yeah, pretty good. Thighs. Well, the hips can go in and out. Skirts can go outward to allow you to do some splits action, forward and backward. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees, very cool. And then the ever-present rocker pivot. A little bit of an up and down motion because of transformation. So now on to the trailer. You can actually have him mounted on the trailer to have his guns like that's pretty cool. You can remove this. This can become a backpack if you want to. I don't know why you would do this, but it is possible. Or maybe not this part. This port right here. You can turn it into some form of backpack. I don't know. Maybe he could be the Centurions. Wherever the trouble is, they are there. The Centurions, power extreme. You could obviously do that, but yeah. Not my cup of tea. It's great. It's great that they've added this feature, just like in the toy, just like in the G1 toy. The G1 toy's trailer did transform into like a battle station of sorts with the cannon. So you can actually place a bunch of other Transformers figures if you do have some other Autobots to join him. This is a nice battle station platform. You can have lots of fun with this one. It rolls even in alt mode. Okay. So let's transform him. I will show later how to fit everything inside the trailer, but for now, let's just do a transformation of this trailer. So what you want to do is you want to fold the guns first. This main gun right here. My bad. Okay. Fold it down like that. Just collapse everything. Like that. Okay. This one folds up like this. Locks in like that. Okay, and then the back part locks in like that. Okay, and then all that's left to do is you close up the sides of the trailer, and there you go. That's the trailer. Very cool. And then you open this up, and there you go. Open the back part of the trailer. And for some size comparisons in robot mode, here is Rodimus Prime with the Studio Series 86 Hot Rod, Kingdom Galvatron, and Kingdom Ultra Magnus. So I think he's a big Voyager class figure. This is a Voyager class figure being sold as a Voyager class figure, but it's obviously a deluxe class size figure. That's a small leader class figure. This is a sort of about the same as Ultra Magnus. So Commander class because of the trailer, but the actual robot mode is, in my opinion, just a leader class, a small leader class, or a big Voyager class figure. And just so we can belabor the point of scale, look at him with the leader class Earthrise Optimus Prime, who's actually just a Voyager class figure. About the same size, about head to toe, same height as Optimus Prime. It is a Voyager class figure, sold as a Commander class figure. And now for the dreaded transformation. Transforming this figure is not fun at all. I don't know what it is with this character, but both the latest release, Studio Series 86 Hot Rod and Kingdom Rodimus, the transformation is just ridiculously difficult and cumbersome and not fun at all. I don't know what it is, but I am not happy with two figures in Hot Rod and Rodimus Prime. So I will do my best to show you without really throwing a tantrum, transforming this figure. So, okay, let's do this. So unplug the back part right there. And here, there is an incredibly huge peg of doom right here on the back. You need to unpeg it, and it feels like you're going to break it. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing just broke. This backpack right there, right there. I don't understand why they had to make it that way. Was it too difficult to just make it like a thick circular peg? It is a peg of doom. It is a big pain to just plug in and plug out. So that right there, just that alone sucks the fun out of transforming this figure. Okay, so unpeg that front part of the chest. Go ahead and fold him like this. This is gonna go fold out like that. Okay, now before you do that, you want to unpeg, even here, more pegs of doom. Semi-pegs of doom. Oh my goodness, very difficult to actually just transform that. Okay, at this point, just want to fold this up like that. You want to fold everything level so that you can rotate this piece right here. Just like that. Okay, and then the arms, they're going to stay right here. Okay. And then this one is going to fold up like this, the whole chest assembly, fold up like that. Okay. And then you're going to fold that whole canopy and just tab that in right there. It's best you do that now so that you have like a guide of where things should be. So make sure things are lined up properly. And if you tab that canopy right in like that, you'll have an idea, sort of. Okay. And then the shoulders are supposed to tab in underneath that chest. Come on. Okay. More pegs of doom. Unbelievable. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Go ahead and rotate this bit right here. Go ahead and unfold the arms. Yeah, we can probably do that now. Okay, like that. And then like this, and just keep it like that for the time being. Okay, do the same on the other side. Okay, okay, just like that. Okay, and make sure before you start transforming the figure, you've clenched his fists, put all the fingers all the way through, even the index finger all the way through, touching the palm of his hand like that. So yeah. Okay, that's the front part done. We're going to do the back part. Back part, we rotate that waist. And then here, you open this. And I think there's a clearance issue. I'm not sure if it's just my copy of the figure, but it's very difficult to unfold this piece right here and then put it back. It feels like 2 millimeters clearance should have been given so that you could do that. Okay, pop out the wheel. Okay, plug it like that. And then same on the other side. Oh, come on. And then pop out the wheel. Okay, looking good. And then, okay, at this point you can fold up the feet. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to fold that knee joint all the way up like this. Like that. Same with the other side. Like that. Okay, and then you're going to fold back these back pieces, these calf pieces right here. Lock in those wheels and then lock in the two legs together. Okay, that was easy. And then all that's left in the back part is to fold down and lock it with this top part, the spoiler bit. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tab those very thin pegs right there. Okay, and then these flaps right here, they're gonna fold and lock in right here. Same on the other side. There you go. And this is probably the next step. The last step is probably the most difficult part, because you've got two pegs right here. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, two pegs right there. They're gonna shoot. You're gonna shoot them right there in those slots, and at the same time, this one is gonna rest right there. Okay, so good luck with that. So do this. Oh, and don't forget this tab. It's gonna tab in right there. I mean, how fun is that, right? Okay, let's see if I can do this. It took me, I've done this 3 times, and I always have a difficult time doing it. Oh, and don't forget those pegs right there. They're gonna have to shoot in right here. So you are negotiating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pegs. And seriously, how is this fun? Okay, that wasn't so bad. Again, let's see if we can do 2 in a row. Okay, squeeze it in. This is the best way I've done it. Like 3 times I've done it. You fold it from here, rotate, and then kind of sneak him in underneath like that. And then make sure you peg this. Don't break, don't break, don't break. Come on. Okay. And then these, don't break. Whew. Okay, so that wasn't, oh, and here you need to collapse that elbow joint. Collapse it in like that, make it flush. And there you go. What a lovely transformation. Just top-notch engineering on the part of Hasbro and Takara Tomy. Amazing transformation. I'm not going to transform into robot mode anytime soon. So to connect him, there's another peg right here. It's kind of like a spring, or yeah, it's got that spring action. I don't think there's a actual spring right there, but it's going to peg in right there. That's going to lock it in. So what you do is you want to just jam it in like this, and all the way. This one needs to reach all the way to the end. And come on. It's tight, always tight the first time you do it. And come on. Okay, just keep on inserting it until you get it all the way through, and that peg right there that I mentioned locks into place. And there you go. There is Rodimus Prime in his Winnebago. Alt mode, truck mode, alt mode. And the truck mode looks great. It's pretty satisfying after you've done the whole process of transforming him. So Autobots, roll out! He was supposed to be the new Optimus Prime, Season 3, Season 4, but fans really wanted Optimus Prime back, so they brought him back to life. And he gave up the Matrix, and he's back to being Hot Rod. Okay, so I guess you can put the pollution, what is this? The exhaust for the pollution. Look at that. I mean, who wants this? We're trying to save the environment, right? Global warming and all, and they give us black smoke. Really, Hasbro. Well done. So yeah, very cool. Nice paint apps. The alt mode just pops. I'm very, very happy with this. Transformation, not so much. And so for some size comparisons, here we have Commander Class Rodimus Prime with Leader Class Ultra Magnus. I do like the fact that as a Commander Class, he is much bigger, much heftier than the Leader Class Ultra Magnus. But I'm just not sure that this should be the case, because I know War for Cybertron Trilogy is all about scale. And, you know, Winnebago with a car should be much smaller than, say, a vehicle transport truck. Not entirely sure if the scale right there is correct. In robot mode, obviously, scale is going to be different, but just in vehicle mode, justified commander class, but just not sure that's the correct scale in vehicle mode. And comparing him with another commander class figure, here is Rodimus Prime with the commander class Jetfire. And, you know, I actually felt with the first pictures that were released that he would not be he would not be comparable to something like a commander class Jetfire, because Jetfire was huge. But when you hold both figures in hand, they kind of feel the same. Jetfire being a little bit heavier than Rodimus, but I'm surprised at how big Rodimus is, compared to Jetfire. Obviously, Jetfire is much bigger. This is probably the commander class peg out of all the commander class. I don't have Skylynx anymore with me. I sold that figure off, so he's the only one I can compare it with, but he's not bad. I mean, you want to justify price for a commander class, he kind of fits the bill as a commander class. And then finally we have Rodimus with the Hot Rod Studio Series 86 figure in alt mode. Yeah, I think the transformation were inspired with the same blueprint, but yeah, you can clearly see he's much bigger. I actually thought they would be almost the same size based on the pictures. I was wrong. Glad I was wrong. Now, in case you were wondering if all the accessories that came with this figure could in fact fit in truck mode or in alt mode, they can actually fit. This is how I did it. Let me just show it off. Let's remove the front cab vehicle. The whole truck can actually fit all the accessories. Now, he comes with the secret compartment right here, and what it will fit are the smoke effects and these teal blast effects. I tried putting the swords right here, but the only way to fit them is diagonally, and that defeats the purpose because you only fit one sword. So let's put that back right in. It fits nicely right there. Okay. Up here on top, you can actually fit the Matrix leadership effect, that small blue blast effect, and the gun. The Matrix is also there because I didn't want to keep it in the chest because it was literally impossible to remove it without a tool if you keep it on the chest. So that will fit nicely there. You don't have to fit them all the way using this door. You can use the main door, which I'll show off in a little bit later. So fold these out before you open the main hanger or the main doors of the trailer because they're going to get stuck. So that, like that. You can in fact actually open this one up and then put all the things right there, but if you want to see if they will all fit, you just open this lid and then fit everything there. So let me just see if I can show off where things fit. Okay, the swords, obviously they fit on the sides nicely. This way, you can try pegging them other way. They fit, but this is the best way to fit them. And then on the back, you can fit every other piece or every other effect piece. You got the middle section right here, the end section right there, and the tip right there, and then the rest of the teal effects are on the side. This is the best way I know to fit them. I mean, and you could do your own combination, all that, but I felt this is the best way without having the effects bent out of shape or anything like that. Yeah, I kind of feel bent out of shape right here, but they will stay in the closest possible, the closest shape, original shape they are in if you put them like this. You don't have to follow me, but in case you're wondering how I did it, that's how I did it. And so some final thoughts on Rodimus Prime. He may have knocked out Galvatron, but I think the figure is far from being a knockout himself. Yes, the aesthetics are great. This is probably the best looking Rodimus Prime we've ever had, you know, short of a masterpiece figure. Yes, the engineering is bordering on masterpiece level and being sold on mass retail. You can't get any better than that. Truck mode is great. The robot mode looks amazing. Scale-wise, he's perfect with the rest of the Kingdom and Studio Series 86 figures. However, transformation was an absolute nightmare. There are parts that are mismatched, particularly the red pieces, ruining that whole premium feel to the figure. I just think the figure is a wonderful display piece. Aesthetically, it is brilliant. But because of that horrendous transformation, I think it's not a fun figure, to be honest. I want to give it a 6 out of 10, but the aesthetics is kind of winning me over. So just to be fair, we're going to give it a 7 out of 10. Would I recommend it if you are a big fan of Rodimus Prime? Absolutely. This is the best mass retail product you can get that's on the level of Masterpiece without really having to spend so much money on the Masterpiece figures. And even the Masterpiece figure wasn't a perfect figure, but this one, I think, sure, it's definitely better than the Masterpiece to a certain extent. Price is better, and aesthetics, it really delivers in terms of look and feel and how we saw Rodimus Prime on the cartoon and in the movie. It's just a shame that it's not as fun to transform, and that kind of took out the fun out of this toy for me. That's just my unpopular opinion. You know me, I've always done unpopular opinions on figures. So let me know in the comment section what you think of Kingdom Rodimus Prime. Do you think he's a good figure? Do you think I'm being too hard on this figure? Do you think he should be sold as a commander class? Hit me up in the comments. And as always, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. If it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for staying till the very end of the video. Now, I've been getting a bunch of requests asking me. The requests were to find out if the new Kingdom tracks can actually fit inside the Optimus Prime trailer, the Earthrise Optimus Prime trailer. And the answer is absolutely. Look at that. Tracks fitting nicely inside the trailer. It's a nice fit, actually. Just right. Okay. And conversely, tracks will also fit nicely inside Rodimus Prime's trailer. So yeah, very cool. There you go. Thank you for those who requested me to show this. Until next time, thanks for watching. He also comes with the Matrix of Leon.